The luxury rental market across America is crashing. Landlords of upscale apartment buildings are on the verge of bankruptcy as their properties sit empty. Despite cutting rents by as much as 40%, they still struggle to find tenants. This crisis stems from decisions made during the pandemic. Developers took on massive debt to construct skyscrapers, banking on continued high rental demand. Now, they're forced to offer 3 months of free rent just to attract tenants. The rental prices remain steep. A studio apartment in one of these buildings costs around $1,560 a month for only 450 square feet. One-bedroom units start at $1,950, while 2 bedrooms begin at $3,250. The developers assumed people would keep paying these high rents post-pandemic, but that hasn't been the case. In cities like Nashville, many residents who moved in during the pandemic are now returning to their original homes, leaving a surge of vacancies. This situation poses a significant problem for landlords. Rents are declining at a time when ownership costs are rising. Property taxes and insurance premiums are increasing, but the real issue is the looming debt crisis in the commercial property market. According to the Mortgage Bankers Association, 20% of all outstanding commercial mortgage and multifamily debt will mature in 2025. This means a substantial portion of that debt will need refinancing at much higher interest rates. When these properties were under construction, developers were securing loans at 3% interest rates. Now rates have climbed to 7%. Upon refinancing, their interest and debt service costs will double, potentially putting many underwater on their mortgages and unable to make payments. Simultaneously, the values of these multifamily properties are plummeting. Green Street reports that the average value of commercial real estate has fallen 18% from its peak in 2022. There was a slight rebound in value late last year when interest rates dropped, but the recovery has stalled, and values may decline further as rates remain higher for longer. What's particularly concerning is that it's not just new properties offering significant concessions. Even established luxury properties, like one in Green Hills, Nashville, that opened 5 or 6 years ago, are offering 2 months of free rent. This is unprecedented in the multifamily space. These concessions are happening all over Nashville and other cities across America. A concession is when a landlord offers free rent instead of lowering the face value of the rent. Many buildings in Nashville are giving 3 months of free rent, with some even offering 4 months. To put this in perspective, 4 months of free rent on a 12-month lease is equivalent to a 33% net discount in rent. The desperation of these landlords is evident in their offerings. Some are throwing in electric scooters or gift cards to attract tenants. This urgency is driven by the impending need to refinance their mortgages. There's a massive maturity wall in the commercial real estate industry, particularly in multifamily properties, with a lot of debt coming due. Landlords are trying to get what's called heads in beds, because lenders prefer to see some level of occupancy, even if the net rent is lower. This situation is causing a bloodbath in apartment markets across the country, including Nashville and Austin, Texas. In some cases, rents have been slashed by a third or more. While the rental market is crashing, the single-family housing market is also showing signs of weakness. The National Association of Realtors reported that pending home sales in January 2025 fell to their lowest level on record, indicating a continued decline in buyer demand. This increases the likelihood of price drops in many cities across America. However, the housing market downturn is not uniform. In certain cities and neighborhoods, prices are dropping, while in others, they remain stable or even increase. Wealthier areas tend to be performing better in terms of housing market stability and economic indicators. The declining rental market and the slowdown in new construction could have significant implications for local economies. Many cities have relied on apartment construction to boost job creation and economic growth. As declining rents lead to fewer new projects, we may see job contractions and potential economic slowdowns in Sun Belt markets like Nashville, Charlotte, Atlanta, Tampa, and Phoenix. For investors, this rental market crash makes it harder to profit from investment properties. With rents going down and expenses increasing, cap rates across the U.S. housing market are at their lowest in decades. Potential investors should carefully run the numbers to ensure properties can generate positive cash flow. For home buyers, the declining rents could lead to lower home prices in certain markets, potentially creating buying opportunities. Renters in affected cities may benefit from cheaper rents and more negotiating power with landlords. As we navigate this uncertain market, it's crucial to stay informed about local trends in home prices, inventory, and rental rates. The luxury rental crash serves as a reminder of the cyclical nature of real estate markets and the importance of thorough analysis before making investment decisions.